During the pregnancy checkup, the doctor, looking pale, asked, "Who was your previous doctor?" I answered, "My husband," because he's also an obstetrician. Immediately, the doctor panicked and said, "We need proof right now." I stared at her completely confused because my husband Elliot had been handling all of my prenatal care since we found out I was pregnant 5 months ago. He ran every test, did every ultrasound, prescribed every vitamin. I thought it was a blessing having an OB for a husband because we saved thousands, and I never had to sit in a waiting room. He'd do my checkups in his home office after dinner and always told me the baby was perfectly healthy. But I'd been having sharp pains for 2 weeks that wouldn't stop, and when I mentioned them to Elliot, he said it was normal round ligament pain. When the pain got worse, I decided to see an outside doctor for a second opinion without telling him. The new doctor was Dr. Avila at the women's clinic 20 minutes from our house. She did a routine scan, and that's when her face changed completely. She went from calm to white as a sheet in under 10 seconds. She asked me to wait while she consulted with another physician, and they both came back looking extremely concerned. That's when she asked who my previous doctor was. When I said my husband, she gripped her clipboard so hard her knuckles turned white. "We need proof right now. Can you show me documentation from his examinations? Lab results? Ultrasound images? Anything?" I pulled out my phone and showed her photos Elliot had taken of the ultrasound screen during our home appointments. Dr. Avila zoomed in on one image and her hand started shaking. She whispered something to the other physician I couldn't hear. Then she looked at me directly. "These ultrasound images aren't from your pregnancy. The dates don't match your gestational age by nearly 8 weeks. And this one," she pointed at a photo from last month, "this isn't even your scan. The patient ID in the corner belongs to someone else." My vision went blurry. "What are you saying? Whoever performed these scans either made a catastrophic error or deliberately showed you someone else's results." She pulled up my actual scan on the monitor. "You have placenta accreta. It's serious and requires immediate monitoring. If left untreated, it causes life-threatening hemorrhaging during delivery." I grabbed the exam table because the room was spinning. "How long have I had this?" "This has been developing since early in your second trimester. Any competent OB would have caught this weeks ago." She paused carefully. "Is your husband actually board certified?" "Of course. He works at the hospital downtown." Dr. Avila left the room and came back 12 minutes later looking like she'd aged 10 years. "I just called the hospital. Your husband hasn't worked there in 14 months. He was terminated." I couldn't breathe. 14 months ago, he was still leaving every morning in his scrubs, still coming home talking about deliveries and difficult patients, still depositing paychecks that must have come from somewhere else entirely. "There's more," she said quietly. "His medical license was revoked 11 months ago for falsifying patient records. He is not legally allowed to practice medicine in any capacity. Every ultrasound, every test, every reassurance that my baby was healthy came from a man who wasn't even a doctor anymore." I drove home and found Elliot in his home office, surrounded by equipment he had no legal right to touch. When I confronted him, he didn't flinch. "Who told you that?" he asked calmly. "Is it true?" He sighed like I was being dramatic. "I lost the license over paperwork. It was political. I'm still perfectly qualified. You showed me someone else's ultrasound and told me it was our baby. I was protecting you from stress. The real scans showed concerns and I didn't want you worrying. Concerns you hid while pretending to still be a doctor?" His voice went cold. "Everything I did was to take care of you. No outside doctor will ever care about you the way I do." I looked at the equipment, the fake confidence, 14 months of lies. Then I walked out, called Dr. Avila, and checked myself into her hospital that night. Elliot showed up demanding to see my chart. Security escorted him out. He called 37 times. I answered once. "You put our baby's life at risk to protect your ego." He went quiet for the first time. "I was going to tell you. When, during the hemorrhage that kills me on the delivery table, my daughter was born 8 weeks later via emergency C-section because of the accreta doctor. Avila caught just in time. She saved both our lives." Elliot watched from the parking lot because I'd already filed for divorce.